What's up with it?
I'm here. I'm up. I'm awake. I made it.
Yeah, I appreciate you for coming out.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for reaching out. You was actually the only one that reached out to do an interview.
Yeah. Well, I'm honored to have you here. For the people who don't know who you are, introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all? It's Keita, aka call me Keita. I'm just me, you know.
Whatever. How good.
Oh, okay. You mean describe or tell people who I am?
No,
I'm an artist. I like to think of myself as like a magician, a creator. When I say I'm an artist, I do music. I can also paint and draw, and I'm just a creative. Whatever I want to do, I just do it. And I like to make money doing things I like to do. So yeah, I took off doing the modeling thing when I was here, but now it's like the sky's the limit.
Well, we'll start from the beginning then.
Okay.
You were born in the 90s?
Yeah, so I was born in 95. I was actually born in Mississippi.
Really?
Jackson, yep. And then we moved to the city when I was like 5. I stayed on the east side though when I was 4.
So you ain't really from St. Louis.
I went from the east side to the city. Damn, you gonna do me like
Hold
that?
on. So you say you moved to the east side.
Well, you know.
No disrespect to the east.
Right, we ain't doing that. But no, it was like, you know, when you coming up that coming from Mississippi, getting to St. Louis, it's a little river, a little travel. So you gotta get from one place to the next.
Yeah. Do you remember anything like growing up in Mississippi?
No. I more so remember the east side of Mississippi.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
How would you describe life coming up in St. Louis?
So when I actually lived in the city of St. Louis, I was very sheltered. I was more so sheltered from the time I was a kid to like, you know, of course when I got out of the house. I was 17 when I left the house. I was like, done, over, I'm not coming back. But
how you just said that, like more like, you know, like you went from, I was sheltered.
Yeah.
I'm guessing more so like strict parents or something like that.
So yeah, single parent household. Me, my brothers, my mom. That's all I ever had was me, my brothers, my mom. So everywhere we went, it was just always me, my brothers, my mom. And then, but my mom, she was real strict. My mom was like,
yeah, flashback.
Man, because it's like I can think about it now, but it really, everything made me who I am today. Like I'm very strict and a very stern person. Like I'm fun, but I don't play. I don't really take a lot of disrespect or like talking to me crazy or weirdo hating shit. You know, I'll probably remove myself before I react, you know, or act on certain things. But yeah, I don't do it. I don't tolerate a lot.
For the bullshit, basically.
I'm not at all. Like I grew up getting my ass beat thoroughly. So now as an adult, it ain't much I deal with. Like it just ain't.
And you said something else I was saying. You caught my attention when you said like once you were 17, like you like fuck that, I'm out of here. Was that more so the rebellious teen phase? Somewhat type.
Somewhat, I could say because you know, as far as I was aware, I thought I was a pretty good kid for a very long time, and when you're not being appreciated for everything that you do, you know, even as a child, because I ain't supposed to be doing shit but living, as far as I'm concerned, as a child. But, you know, add all of these responsibilities and expectations and you're still not appreciated. So the little monster in me was bound to fucking come out. My mom is, like, it's crazy. My mom is crazy. Like, she is who she is, right? And it's so funny because I was talking to my big cousin Billy and he was like, you know, your mom used to be female Mike Tyson. And I'm like, really? I wouldn't have fucking guessed. Like, and my mom, she was that type of person. Like she didn't give a fuck at all. So now it's like me getting older, you're a teen and you know, you watch your mom and how she is, and you get older, you realize you got some of those traits that your mom has. So I think parents sometimes they forget that, you know, your kids are a sponge. So everything you are, they're gonna be. You know, if you don't have other role models put in place for that, you know. Even if sometimes you put other role models in their lives, like people are going to be who they are. They're going to pick up traits from these places, and that's what makes you the person you are when you get older. So when I got around that age and me and my mom started seeing eye to eye, it was like, okay, you know, I don't think I could have stayed and that been beneficial to either one of us, truthfully.
Why do you say that?
Probably because I was getting to that age and size where I just wasn't, you know. My mom would have
feel yourself a little bit.
Nah, my mom would have beat my ass up until fucking senior year. Like whoopings, my mom would have whooped me up until senior year if she could. Except for I got to a point where I was like, we're not doing that no more. Like, that's disrespectful to me. I think that's how I am. I don't know. A lot of people, they are a little bit more old school, but to think you're going to keep putting your hands on me at ages where we could be talking things out, yeah, no.
I think there's like difference between like our parents' generation and, you know, our generation. I'm in that age range, so
right.
Like the 90s, coming up the 90s, was where they feel like there's forced disrespect now. Because, you know, when they were coming up as kids, you couldn't talk back. I think now that we showing some type of, you know, we speaking up, expressing ourselves, it's looked at as far as disrespect. And also, it's like this generation is moving so more towards us breaking those curses with their, you know, children that that's coming up in the world.
Right. I always felt like, you know, in my heart, my spirit, that how I was being treated was never something that should have been happening. That was my personal opinion. I felt like more of a slave than a child, you know. So I felt very strongly about it, and I did rebel against that because I'm a human too. And I try to, like, you know, when I have friends that are, you know, parents, or I try to offer them a perspective from like a child's perspective. And then for me being, I'm 27 now, so I can offer a different perspective just based off of what I've been through, what I've seen, what I've had the pleasure of even seeing just from growing up. I was homeless, hopping from house to house, you know, having people take me in because my mom was kicking me out, or we was going through shit in the house, and I didn't have family. I didn't have an auntie that I could go to. I didn't have a cousin I could go to. I didn't have a grandma, a granddad. I didn't have none of that. I just, my mom, me, my brothers. That's all I ever had. So it's like when you're rebelling and your mom kicks you out and you don't know where the fuck you're going, it's just like somebody's going to take you in, and now you have to learn how their family familiar structure works. You get to see how they operate. You get to see how they operate. And it just, I feel like, despite the fact that it wasn't an ideal situation, I got to learn just like the different ways of parenting, how some people do things, how other people do things, and then seeing them get older and their kids grow up and seeing how their kids turned out. So I think it's pretty cool, I guess. I don't know.
You don't have any children, do you?
0. Yeah.
Do you plan on having children in the future?
I want kids. I definitely want kids. I mean, I want to. And that's it. If I actually meet somebody that's worth having a child, that's another strong standpoint that I have. I feel like if the nigga's not worth it, don't have that nigga baby.
What makes a man worth it?
How he treats you. How he treats you, and does he have the capacity to lead you, or your son, or your daughter? I think those are important things to think about when you're going into these relationships with these people. And I feel very strongly about that, just based off of tons of variables. But for the simple fact that a lot of people don't know the people that they having kids with. And that's why a lot of weird shit is going on in this fucking world. And I watch a lot of like true crime shit. I watch a lot of like interrogations and interviews of like all kinds of fucking weirdos, like serial killers, child molesters, like murderers, like all of that. And just listening to everybody and their backstories and all of that, I just feel like, bro, watch who y'all having kids.
You gotta really not just the person, get to know their family.
The family.
That tells you a lot about them. without them really saying it. Not too much, but you
without
can
them saying
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
but at the same time, you know, you can still be your own person. So I'm not going to solely judge you based off your family. But what you're saying...
I'm saying, like...
I understand what you're saying. Yeah. Because I dated a guy one time, and I'm like, oh, he completely lacks discipline in, like, so many areas. And then I realized, you know, I got to know his mom and his dad, and I'm like, oh, that's why you like that.
Yeah.
It's
like something that's programmed in him.
Yeah.
You can see... you know how they say... nowadays that... the men are not like compared to like, you know, the older style, traditional man. What would you say is, I guess, the difference between the two? Like as far like, I guess like what they say the traditional man where you take care of all the bills and, you know,
compared to
the man nowadays, where let's say the 50-50 rule.
Oh, so my thought on all of that. Me personally, I think that everything is situational. I think that everything is a case-by-case matter. I think that you can stand on wanting to be taken care of as a woman. Because I would like, you know, if I'm going to be in a committed, serious relationship and we're staying together, I think that, you know, I would like to be taken care of. I would like to be put up, and I don't actually want to pay too much of anything, truthfully. Right now I live, you know, I have a roommate, but I pay all of my bills. All of them. So it's like, no woman wants to listen to a man's mouth and you're fucking paying 50-50 like a roommate. Now, if you want to talk, okay, let's do, I'm not going to do 50-50 with no nigga. I'm not. And I just feel like a man, you know, y'all have the capacity to get so much money. You would rather enable yourself and keep yourself at this lower level because you don't want to go get no more money. Me, I like what I like, and I like to get what I want. So if I got to go get some more money to go get what the fuck I want, that's what I'm going to do. I don't really have too much soft spots for niggas wanting to go 50-50. The type of woman you want, if she wants you to take care of her, you're going to do that. I'm not arguing with no nigga about none of that. Because guess what? A lot of niggas is waiting until they get that money so they can get the woman they want. Most men ain't willing to turn down something they really want just because they ain't got the money for it. You gonna get up and go get it. Just like a lot of people say, what do they say? They be like, well, I guess I've adapted this mentality. I don't know exactly where I got it from. But when it comes to working hard, I want the shit that I have and that I really, really love and that I don't mind splurging on it. That's why I work. I ain't got no fucking kids. I work so I can get what the fuck I want. I work so I can eat what the fuck I want. I work so I could go on vacation when I want, go out the country when I want. That's why I'm working. So as a man, if you're not working to get the shit you want, I don't want to hear your mouth. I just don't. Like, you gonna tell a woman you have to go 50-50? No, you have to go get you some more money. So you can afford to keep the woman that you want happy. Stop trying to convince yourself that you're gonna stay on that level and you're gonna make this bitch miserable because you don't want to go get no more fucking money. She love you. She gonna stay with you regardless.
See the potential in you.
She see the potential in you, and you're trying to teach her a lesson or test her or whatever the fuck these weird ass niggas.
I'm gonna play devil advocate here.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's say we got this you know, strong independent woman. Mm-hmm. I can do everything a man can do. Mm-hmm. So why can't it be equal?
Women and men are equal in the sense that we balance each other out. So it's not a literal we're equal. I'm a woman. I can't lift 500 pounds, but my nigga might can. See? But that doesn't mean that he's beneath me or above me. It just means that he has strengths where I don't. That's what I'm looking for, is a partner, a union. Because a union, y'all coming together for a common goal, right? Whatever that is for y'all. Whether y'all want to, I want to get a house, settle down, start a family, or I want to travel with my partner. Because that's what I want to do. I want to travel, and if a baby comes out of that eventually, my child is going to travel with us. We're going to see the world. I don't want my kid to wait until they're grown to be able to see the world. That's what I did. I didn't see the world until I was grown. So, you know what I'm saying? So I would rather go through life with my partner. We're experiencing all this shit. We have a baby in Bali. That'd be crazy, right?
Man,
that's just some crazy next level different shit for me.
Well, the baby would be U.S. because y'all both the parents are U.S. But still,
whatever.
But still,
you know what I'm saying? Whatever. What if we conceived the baby in fucking Maui and had him in Thailand? The world is endless. I feel like for me, there's no ceiling. But I forgot your question. I ain't gonna lie.
I just said like women now, modern women, as they say nowadays, where they say, "Oh, we equal, equal rights." Why can't the woman be responsible?
We supposed to have equal rights. I don't know what the fuck that even means. We supposed to have equal rights. I feel like a lot of times men do forget that we are coming from a time where 50s, 60s, 70s, where niggas was beating their wives and that was okay, and everybody knew. And bitches couldn't leave because they didn't have no jobs. They couldn't get no jobs. They didn't have no money. So the whole traditional man, sometimes the traditional man doesn't exactly align with who I am. Because you're going to want me in the house by 10 p.m. and I'm not coming.
I'm outside. It's the middle of the summer.
You know? But it's like, as long as our communication, you know, I feel like, because even me, I'm very possessive. I am. I'm possessive. I'm crazy. You know, I be wanting to put my nigga on a leash, but at the same time knowing you going to do what you want to do, and I would like for you to do what you want to do and make all the choices that you prefer so that I could see what you would like to do, you know. Yeah. But am I still strict and stern? You know how I grew up. So in a relationship, I'm not beating on my nigga. I used to. Would I, in the past, swing on my nigga? Yes. Now, no. If you're that type, I gotta leave you alone because I can't have that in my mix.
Do you think, let's say, like, you know, the guy introduced you to a woman and said, "I want to have a threesome." Mm-hmm. Do you think a threesome is considered a threesome with two guys and one girl, or is that a train?
I think that it's a threesome.
You think it's a threesome?
Yep. I think that when you're
introducing who though? Like, what if your guy said, "I got this guy"?
Oh my!
I wonder.
That would make me cry. If my nigga brought me a nigga. Hey yo, what the fuck?
Hey, hold on.
No.
Flag on the plate.
Because I think that men, they're real special at making things, manipulating situations. Because they keep saying, well, it's a threesome when it's two girls and one guy. But if it's a train with two niggas, that's just another way of keeping women in that little bubble of comfortability. Because a man has to be comfortable. Y'all ego is too fragile for y'all to be anything outside of comfortable. Men have to tell women this is wrong. Because I don't want you to get fucked by two niggas. I don't want that, but I want to fuck two bitches. It's wrong. It's not right. That's not right.
It's not fair, but let's say...
It's not fair, and I don't think that it's a train if it was two guys. I think that you should question yourself. As a man, you got your dick out around another nigga. You never thought that was an issue. But when a woman gets fucked by two niggas, I mean, think of it as a guy, you know. That's two sets of titties. That's two dicks. All right, I'm just...
Well, I was just going to say.
But I'm saying, like, I think men should really, you know, ask that question before they ask their woman, can we do a threesome with another female? Ask yourself if you would like to watch your girl get fucked by a nigga. And based off of that answer, that should be the answer to your question.
I'm going to ask you a question. Hypothetically speaking, let's say if you came to your guy like, hey, I want to have a threesome with you and this guy. And he says, okay. How would you look at that man then? Yo, man.
That's deep. I'm going to look at him like, I would be scared, actually. Because I would never do that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Only time I do that is if he came to me and said, I want to fuck your friend. You come and ask me to fuck my friend, okay. Him right there, man, ever since I met that nigga, I thought he was fine and fuck. You know what? You want to fuck my friend? Let me fuck your homie. Even trade.
Man, I don't think like you said, I don't think we get ego built for nothing like that.
I know. So stop playing with it.
That boy,
I know.
What they say, man.
I'm like openly dating now, so I done had this situation where I brought my little sis around, and the nigga's like low key feeling my little sis, but his friend fine. So I'm like, nigga, what's up? What we doing? Like,
what's up?
Don't do that, cause you know I could violate you in the way you violate me and get your friend's number. You know, you want to flirt with my people, so me and you don't have to fuck around. We ain't gotta talk. We ain't gotta date. We ain't gotta do none of that. If you want to swap it out, we can swap it out. But she not going for you. You've just embarrassed yourself. You went from me to try to fuck with her, and then gonna try to fuck with me again. But we had a conversation though. I talked to my niggas like, we gotta have a sit down and talk about that.
Before we change the subject, while we on this topic anyway, as far as dating, what you think about Nelly and Ashanti?
What about them?
As far as them people that speculate that they're supposed to be dating again.
I think, I mean, after what, 20 years, whatever issues they had back then, they definitely shouldn't have it today. I feel like sometimes when you do have a history with people, and if it makes sense, like if y'all had something special back then and you try to spin a block, because J-Lo and Ben Affleck, they did that.
They married twice, didn't they?
Yeah.
4 times probably.
Yeah.
I know they got married at least probably twice or some shit like that.
I feel like in Nelly's case or his position, I would never stop trying. If I felt like I missed my shot with the baddest girl in the world, I'm going to shoot at every chance I get. I miss you.
Yo, spent the
and he a Scorpio? You asking me if I ever spent the block?
Spent the block?
What? Hell yeah.
Was it that fire sign?
Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah. Look, if I don't find a true, like if, I ain't gonna say.
He said, "No, don't nut up now."
That's one person that, like, if I'm not in nothing serious, I'm always checking on him. Always, I will always make. And that's the thing about knowing that, like, real, genuine, true love exists. Cause the love I feel for him is like super real. Like the shit I was willing to, I don't do it no more. I can't go out sad like that no more, but the shit I was willing to do and did, nigga, I caught a flight just to tell him I liked him. The shit I was willing to do and did, that's why when niggas ain't willing to do certain things for me, it's a cutoff. We're not even arguing. I'm not arguing with you, nigga. You're not feeling me enough. So you gotta move around. You're not into me enough. That's why I say when people really want something, they go for it. And that's the type of person I respect. So, you know, if I ain't in no serious relationship and he needs some, I will make sure he's good. Once until I have somebody else that just make me feel that, I'll probably be maybe fixated. But I've reduced the energy to more so of like a cordial, cool energy. As opposed to like, when I wrote fire sign, I was in love.
What was the sign?
Aries.
Hey, shout out to my boy.
You an Aries.
But no, I guess that I was just going to ask you to explain the song. You just kind of did.
Yeah, Fire Sign was that song that he kind of told me we didn't make sense at the time. And in my mind, I'm like, he's so full of shit.
Why?
Because give me a yes or a no. Don't give me a maybe. Don't give me a now's not the right time. Because I don't respect that response, truthfully. You know, it doesn't change how I view him as a person, but I don't respect the way that he went about it. So that's why, like, breaking down everything and realizing how he treated the situation is the reason why I could be cordial, you know, but the feelings ain't the same. Because a realer nigga would have went about it a realer way. You wouldn't have told me, oh, we don't, you know, it doesn't make sense right now. It would have been like, either you do this and we do that, or it ain't it for me.
You said a lot without saying a lot.
You know, it ain't it for me. You know.
Yeah.
I would have respected him more if he was like, you know what, you're not what I see in a wife, or you're not what I see in a girlfriend, as opposed to, not right now. I don't like that. So that's why when I wrote the song, I say you full of shit. I think you full of shit. And I sent him the song. He heard it. He know.
He said he know.
Yeah. I'm not gonna hide it. But I was so like immersed in something I wasn't ready for. I didn't want a relationship after my last serious relationship. Like I was single for 5-6 years. I had to face a lot. I had to go through a lot. And when I got out of that is when I really met that guy. So it was coming into it like, this is not what I want, you know. And I knew I didn't want that for years. And then it was like, one day the shit just hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, damn, he's great. He's amazing. What am I doing? Like, what? And I was moving too. So it was just like, I had moved to Atlanta. I wrote the song before I moved to Atlanta though. But I moved to Atlanta. Or did I, Tim? Did I move to Atlanta before I wrote Fire Song?
I was in Atlanta with you when you did that.
See, well, I had just moved to Atlanta. And I feel like that distance is what did it for me. It was like getting away and realizing, damn, you know, I would have done this with you. I could have waited, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to.
Yeah, fire video, by the way. Fire video.
Shout out to Timothy on the production, the video, the everything. Me and Timothy
Probably took him 2 hours to do it all.
Man. Timothy, he has great turnaround time, good business. That's my favorite hidden gem from the city.
While we on the topic about music, what do you think about Sexyy Red, man? She popping, she doing her thing, man.
Y'all playing a song? I heard it. I just heard it in my ear. No, shout out to Sexyy Red. You know, it's crazy because I live in Atlanta. I work in a lounge, so I be playing St. Louis artists in the club anyway, just trying to get people to realize Nelly is not the only nigga out the city that do music. Like, everybody be like, oh, Nelly's the only artist I know from St. Louis, Nelly. I'm like, there's so many dope artists in the city and you just not hip. So I just be trying to get people hip. And I started playing the song for the DJs, and they just looking at me like, what the fuck? And I'm like, nigga, you tripping, this shit hard. I'm like, this a hit. So fast forward 2-3 weeks, they playing the shit and I ain't even asking.
They just turned him a
I'm like, I'm in a club, all the girls at my job, they looking at me like, they playing your girl. And we all just start turning up. Like, we be more turned than the people in the club. But I love it. I fuck with the movement. I think that the way she's going about it is brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, it's not up to me to. Yeah, I'm not a hater. It's not up to me to tell this girl how to do what she's doing. Because Trina was already before Sexyy Red. Keita, how you say the bit? Girl, yeah, she was. My Neck, My Back. Don't even know the girl her name. My Neck, My Back was out before Sexyy Red. City Girls was out before Sexyy Red. Y'all not finna come here with fake morals. I don't want to hear that shit. Niggas talk about morals, bro. Y'all don't have none. First of all, y'all ain't had no morals when these niggas get on the tracks talking about they dicks. But y'all got an issue with a woman talking about her booty hole. I mean, I don't get it. Do you like women or not? I know that I'm a woman. And let me just be frank. I like getting fucked. Pound Town sound fun. So it's not for you niggas. It's for the females. We are grown women. We love the song. It's ratchet as it is. I love every second of it. And if you still hating on the song, it's a little suspect to me. It's a little...
What do you think about, like, you know, now she's getting her success and being put in the media more often than usual? You know, she had a picture that went viral for us. I guess she took like a raw edit of her picture, and people were criticizing her face or whatever just for having the acne marks.
You gonna always have haters. You gonna always have people scrutinizing you, zooming in on this little ass part of the picture. You know, I feel like life is a very, very, very big picture. So the fact that you would zoom in on such a small, minute part of the picture shows more about you than anybody else. People that are talking shit, And I had to get on somebody's ass about that because it's like, bro, this nigga been literally begging to buy pussy. Like, nigga, you beg to buy pussy and you want to talk about this woman, what she's rapping about, her skin, or whether you think she's attractive. Nobody gives a fuck. There's a lot of people that don't find you attractive. There's a lot of people that don't find me attractive. Does it fucking matter? The fact of the matter is, she made a hit and you never did it in your life.
I don't understand, like you said, like another artist, somebody, especially from the city, taking on her.
It don't make sense.
I think you should be trying to boost her and put
artists,
more work.
People from the city.
Period.
First of all, y'all need to be happy that niggas is getting shine outside of Nelly. People out of town don't even know what the fuck St. Louis is.
Nah, real shit.
Now, that's not to say that they don't respect the people from there. They respect me. They respect most of the people from the city that I see in Atlanta or other places that I go. People love people from St. Louis, especially when they get out of the city. I think that's the key. Somebody that ain't never left the city, I expect you to hate. I expect you to be where you at mentally. But if you ain't been outside the city and you still hating on that girl, that's weird to me. You need to take another trip. Something's wrong. Something's off.
Real shit, man.
I think you, as anybody with their own motion and their own leg to stand on, and you don't respect seeing a woman come from where she came from and to be where she's at, you don't respect that, something's wrong with you.
Real shit. Hey, I don't get it, man. But that's St. Louis for you, though, man. St. Louis for you.
And they're ugly. The people that I didn't see talk about Sexyy Red, I'd be like, what is it that gave you the audacity? Who gave you the mic? Because as far as I'm concerned, baby, you is not no better than what you think she is. You could fix skin.
Alright, she got the money. Hey.
You getting it now.
She ain't
I don't even think that her skin is just that terrible. When you have photos like that and people are literally zooming in,
they're gonna find something.
It's just it's a little simple-minded
shit. She can do all that, they're gonna find something else to talk about.
Exactly. What they do.
So
Megan Thee Stallion, when she came out, they zooming in on her toes.
Dude.
Are you sucking her toes, nigga? The fuck? That shit just weird.
Nah, yeah.
A lot of people want to hate on women. A lot of men hate women. And it's not just because it's a new thing. It just is what it is. Like, the amount of niggas beating they bitches and shit, that's some weird woman hating shit. You niggas don't fight niggas.
You gonna put that gun.
Yeah, you will get your ass popped in the mouth. That's why they're not fighting niggas no more. They fighting bitches in the house. It's just, shit is crazy. I don't give a fuck how these niggas feel. I'm gonna be 100% honest. And I will let you know that I don't care how you feel. I get into it niggas all the time. I don't care. It is what it is.
I ask you certain questions because I just see certain stuff you respond to on the page. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna ask her this.
I be snapping. I'm like, what the fuck?
I feel like, damn, I think I shouldn't have posted this today. But nah.
Right.
But I guess leaving on that note, like I guess you came back for the city to host a few events here in the city. Outside of that, what other things you got in store for the rest of the year? Coming up soon.
I'm working on finishing a song right now with Timothy called Natural. We're about to tweak it. We at the studio right now, y'all. So
right now,
we about to get it cracking. You ready, Timothy? But yeah, I'm working on a song right now, and then we're gonna shoot the video to that after. I don't know what timeline exactly, whether before or after we drop the actual song. I think it would be a good, like, summer type vibe. But it's called Natural, and you know I'm natural, everything natural, and I want some natural girls with me. Like I want all the vibes. Like
I got it.
Yeah.
One more question before we just close out here. You saying the natural thing, just something that was recent, the last day or so with Coi Ray. And you know, a lot of little verse she just had. What's the lay it on the floor or something where she said something like her blunt's big as Coi Ray. and she took it like for like somebody body shaming her. It was something that was taken out of context. I know a lot of it ended up coming back to apologize. But my question is, like you saying, natural and things like that.
Yeah, everything natural. I even got my own teeth.
Yeah. Like, what are your thoughts on like body work, or would you ever consider getting body work?
You know, I've thought about getting my lips done, just because I wanted it. You know, when you get to making money and you could just spend it on whatever you want, you could do stuff like that. And I see where a lot of the girls that they get the work done and they come in from that space of like, shit, if I got it, why the fuck y'all got an issue with me fixing something, you know, or fixing something that I have an issue with. And I see both sides. I would say my advice to girls that are going to get plastic surgery or anything invasive like that, do your research. A lot of bitches look a hot fucking mess. A lot of them. And I feel like that just comes from a lack of doing your research. Like, females need to do their research. Me personally, I'm natural. I'm going to stay natural as long as I can. I mean, if I have an issue with anything, I go to the gym. I'm that type of person. If I get a gut, I'm going to look and be like, damn, I'm getting fat. And I'm going to go call a trainer or I'm going to go get a gym membership. That's just the type of person I am. I like to be active. I think it's only good, you know, for me. I don't have kids yet, so keeping myself active just in case, you know, in the next couple of years or whatever, I do have a kid. I get to keep up with that kid and not just let my body fucking deteriorate. And, you know. But I think that me personally, I'm a grown woman. I can't tell another grown woman what to do with herself or her money. Like, what would you rather this bitch do with her money? Give it to you? So I just say, do your research. You don't want to be that person that gets a botched body. You go to Atlanta, get your teeth done. Now you're going to Turkey. People do that. They spend 15 racks on teeth. Then they got to spend another 20. Or they spend whatever on getting their body done. Now they go spend another 20 or whatever. Like, do your research the first time. Unless you're going to be addicted. Some people do get addicted to plastic surgery. Now you're spending all this fucking money. Some bitches still paying on BBLs and need another one. So, do your research. Do your fucking research. If that's what you're going to do I recommend it? No, I've never done it. I can't recommend nothing to y'all. But what I would say, if you going to do it, do your research. Because, yeah, you could be insecure with a flat ass or you could be insecure with a lumpy ass.
You still ain't gonna change what's in the inside.
Well, and that's
at the end of the day, because if that was your reason of doing it,
yeah,
to face insecurity, it's not gonna.
A lot of women, they're not even thinking about the inside. They're not thinking about that. They're not thinking about trauma. They're not thinking about none of that. They're thinking about, I want this. I want this body. I want this attention. They're probably used to being the girl that was looked over. Now, you know, you get this big old fat ass. Niggas is looking. They want to bite it. They want to... Yeah, you're going to get attention, but doesn't mean it's going to be the right attention. A lot of these bitches out here getting beat the fuck up and dragged and spit on. So you need to just be aware of everything when it comes to... If you're going to do that, you definitely need to get your mind right. You definitely want to have your mind right. Don't be that girl. You're already not that strong. You don't work out. You're not that strong. It's not even me trying to be funny, but it's like these girls, they have BBLs. No muscle mass in their arms. No muscle mass in their legs. Like, come on, bro. Y'all still have to work out. You can't think you're skipping the grind by getting plastic surgery. You still... better set that budget aside for a trainer when you're done getting out of recovery or whatever the fuck. Because that's not going to make you, you know, stronger. It's not going to make you healthier. You actually do need to work out because when that shit drop, you're going to be sad. And now you got to go get more surgery. Like, that's more money. Now you selling all this pussy down the street and up the street and out the country because you got to pay for another BBL.
I'm thinking about going to get that Batman Cowboy BBL. I'm just talking shit. But nah.
I don't even want to think about men getting plastic surgery. I don't want to think about that. I already have an opinion about men that don't work out. I think that even if you need to work out. As a man, I think that every man needs to work out. Doesn't matter your size. Doesn't matter. You can love every part of yourself and still work out, because a man that is sluggish and slow is such a turn off. No.
I mean, each his own though.
Yeah, some women like that. I don't at all. Not for me. It's like people be like, "Oh, could you date a big guy?" He's gonna be on a diet and a meal plan and a workout regimen. So, if you're not with that, don't talk to me. I'm not trying to change you, but this is definitely when it comes to me.
Your preference?
Yeah, I want to work out with my partner. I think that would be fun. I would like my partner, train me, whatever. That would be fun for me.
On that note, shout out your social media so they can know where to hit you up when they want to be your workout partner.
No, that's not an option. I don't want no workout partner. Damn, I'm drawing a blank.
Social media.
All right.
Instagram.
My Instagram. I really just got Instagram. I got TikTok too, but I don't really be on there like that. But I got it. All of my social medias are called Me Quita. That's CALLMEQUITA. Don't add me on Facebook. I'm full. I got enough Facebook friends. Those are for people I actually know. But, Instagram, TikTok, y'all can follow me on there. I want to say thank you, St. Louis, for having me. Thank you, Views from the Arch, for having me. It's been a fun week. I had a great time.
Appreciate you for coming out.
Thank you.